Hello, hello. This is Mikołaj from Salon Maverick. As we have all been hit hard by the coronavirus epidemic, and since obviously there is tons of information in media outlets all around the world covering the topic, I've decided to make a short video with 10 very useful words and phrases you're going to hear a lot these days on English-speaking TV channels and English internet sites. I just want you to be familiar and comfortable with their meanings, to be able to understand them correctly and use them actively as well. So here we go. Number one, to contract the virus. So it means to become affected by the disease, to acquire the disease, to get ill. In order to avoid contracting the virus, you should wash your hands regularly. There are 20 new cases of people who contracted the disease. It's unlikely you can contract the virus from your pet. To contract the virus. Number two, quarantine. It's important the pronunciation quarantine, not quarantine, but quarantine. So it's a restriction on the movement of people intended to prevent the spread of the disease. And a few examples. Quarantine means self-isolation in your home and not leaving for the 14-day period you're required to isolate for. After visiting a region affected by the virus, you should spend 14 days in quarantine. Each state established a policy for quarantine of individuals. So it's quarantine. Number three, to break out, outbreak. To start or develop suddenly, to erupt, to begin. A sudden appearance of something dangerous or unpleasant. The epidemic broke out a few months ago in Asia. Nobody knows for sure how exactly coronavirus broke out. We can observe an outbreak of the disease over a wide geographic area all around the world. So to break out, outbreak. Number four, to sanitize, to disinfect. It means to make clean and hygienic, to free from germs, bacteria, and dirt. A few examples, you should disinfect a lot of commonly touched surfaces to limit the spread of the virus. When going out, always keep a hand sanitizer in your pocket or purse. Remember to sanitize and disinfect your car on a regular basis. To sanitize, to disinfect. Safety measures. Actions taken to increase or ensure safety or protect somebody or something from danger. All countries implemented various safety measures in response to the current pandemic. New safety measures are being introduced to deal with the ever-changing situation. Companies are taking safety measures to protect their employees. Safety measures. Number six, lockdown. Restricting the functionality of a system. A situation when people are not allowed to enter or leave an area or a building. The virus put a lot of nations on lockdown for many weeks. A third of the global population is on coronavirus lockdown. The nationwide lockdown is scheduled to end in May. It can also be used as a verb. Bergamo did not lock down until March the 8th. Number seven, social distancing. Practice of maintaining a greater than usual physical distance from other people or of avoiding direct contact with people or objects in public places during the outbreak of a contagious disease in order to minimize exposure and reduce the transmission of infection. And here are a few examples. Many governments have placed limits on public gatherings as part of what's known as social distancing. You will slow the spread of the virus through social distancing. Social distancing means avoiding mass gatherings and maintaining distance from others. Social distancing. Number 8, contagious. Transmissible by direct or indirect contact with an infected person, capable of being transmitted from one individual to another. And the examples, the numbers indicate that COVID-19 is a lot more contagious than the seasonal flu. We don't know how long people who contract the virus are contagious. We would all like to know how contagious the virus really is. Contagious. Number 9, respiratory tract. The passage formed by the mouth, nose, throat, and lungs through which air passes during breathing. The organs that are involved in breathing. As the infection travels your respiratory tract, your immune system fights back. The virus affects the upper and lower respiratory systems. Coronavirus disease is an acute respiratory tract infection that emerged in late 2019. Respiratory tract. And number 10, intensive care unit. Department of a hospital in which patients who are dangerously ill are kept under constant observation. And a few examples. Intensive care unit is a special department of a hospital or healthcare facility that provides intensive treatment medicine. A great deal of patients have lately been admitted to the intensive care units all across the country. UK Prime Minister spent the night in the intensive care unit. Intensive care unit. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for choosing Maverick. Stay tuned. Bye. I'll see you in the next video.